Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank all of you for being here. Miss Merriweather, you are a beam of sunshine in our day-to-day. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your story. You know, it's an honor for us to serve as representatives of the people, but like anything else, sometimes it can be a grind, and sometimes we wonder if we're making a difference, but it's stories like yours that keep us going, so thank you. I want to ask you, do you know of any other stories similar to yours? Have there been other people, friends of yours that you've known, and you put it so well, because I've always said that poverty breeds poverty, and we have to break that cycle, and you said that cycle's been broken. Do you know of any other examples?
Most definitely. I love to tell people, everyone in my class, all 6 of us, we all went off to college, and we all are now in grad school or are working, and we are making a different life for ourselves that many of our parents, had to grow up, unfortunately, in. And that's the story of many of the other kids that went to my school. They have made a difference, and they are, excelling in school currently and have graduated from high school. So.
Well, thank you again. Mr. Bryan, I had the honor of serving in the Georgia State Legislature for 10 years, and I was a co-sponsor of both the voucher bill and the special needs scholarship bill, and that we both passed. We passed both of those bills, and that we have in effect now, and I understand that you have in effect in North Carolina as well. Can you tell me about the success of that program? Has it been successful, and what do you attribute it to?
Again, I would say our programs are new, and so anything I say is mostly anecdotal. Again, I had the opportunity, as I mentioned in my opening remarks, to go visit a school that is right in uptown Charlotte and see 23 of the kids exercising on it and exercising on the Opportunity Scholarship, and just to hear stories about how excited their families are, and how, the school is performing wonderfully. I don't know the express scores for each of those kids, but I know that they're doing well, and it's an academically rigorous environment. And, again, I think it's testimonials like the ones you've heard today that make you realize that parents and students are excited and happy with their choices, and I think that tells you that there's success happening.
So you see more parental involvement, you see more excitement, if you will?
Yes, definitely. I mean, we now have rallies with parents coming, people who want to get the scholarship, people emailing us constantly saying, how can I get a scholarship? I'd really like to get one.
Great. Mr. Robinson, in some of your recently published works, you say an estimated 18,500 families, children, educators, and charter school employees gathered in Brooklyn, New York, I assume, to rally in support of charter schools after the mayor attempted to stop the growth of charter schools. Is that correct?
Correct.
That to me seems to be a clear sign that there's a lot of positive growth, and that the support behind the charter schools and behind their expansion is there. What I want to ask you is this: when you see that, what about the schools that remain? What do you see happen? I'm a big free market guy. I believe in competition. I believe in that. And what I'm trying to ask is, what do you see happen to those other schools?
So if you look at Milwaukee, the 3 previous superintendents, actually it's 4, said that while they had challenges and concerns about the program, they actually saw the Milwaukee Parental Choice Program encouraging them to do better so as to actually keep more students in public schools. That's a fact. You mentioned Georgia. I'm on the board of the Gold Scholarship Program. We're the largest one in Georgia. We have 13,212 students who we've invested money in, majority of them low-income and working-class families, making a tremendous difference. There are now superintendents and school boards who are saying, guess what? What are they offering at the private school that we can do differently? So that's a change. I'd also like to say that when I worked for D.C. Public Schools here in the 90s, traditional public schools do not educate all students, even though they have a constitutional obligation to do so, meaning there were some students with special needs that were so severe, they actually had to partner and contract with private companies, nonprofit companies, and for-profit companies. Guess what? There are charter schools who actually partner with traditional public schools for services, as well as those in the nonprofit and for-profit market. So we often have to go outside of our own realm to get support. But places like New York and others are showing that there's a demand for it, and we should support it.
All right, so competition works. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.